Hey Scott, this is Nick, or whoever else is watching, but this is specifically for my buddy Scott. I'm gonna make Big Ziti. All this stuff behind me is what you need. I don't think I'm missing anything. If for some reason you don't have an onion or you don't have garlic, you can use garlic powder or onion powder. As you see, I have an onion, like I said, garlic, basil, dried basil flakes, oregano, like dried, and this is salt I ground up myself here. These are baby carrots. Yes, carrots. Pound of mozzarella cheese. I didn't find organic. Anyway, I usually like to get everything organic, but that's organic too. I have organic olive oil. Alright, so I'm going to cut up this onion, throw it in a pot that's got olive oil in it. A lot of, like maybe, I don't measure, I just put it in there. But get the olive oil hot, throw the onions in, cook them up. Smash up a couple of cloves, and I mean smash. I'll show you. Okay, Scott. This is extra virgin olive oil, organic, as you see. I'm sure you probably even have some in your house. I usually put a lot in. Anyway, that should start it out pretty good. You just chopped up that onion. I'm not the best at chopping up onions, but as you see, they get chopped. Just washed my hands. See how they're still wet? I constantly wash my hands. I'm just gonna do this the sloppy way. Just some parts singed, those little brown spots you see. It's not the best way I like doing it, but make sure all this stuff gets off the sides. The onion starts to look a little transparent. Okay, right now it just looks like onion, but in a little bit they'll look a little bit transparent. In the meantime, I got the water on, boiling. What I like to do is, after I take a couple of cloves out, a few cloves, I like the garlic to be crushed. So I take it, I put the knife on top of it, and I go like that. See that? It comes right off. See that? Just get it in there like that a little bit. Another thing I like to do is use a spatula. You get oil on the sides. I don't like to waste it, so I like to spatulize. I got about this many carrots, 9 of them. I'll just cut them up a little bit and put them in this little food processor. Alright, Scott, now you see how those onions are like see-through now? Like, you see like right how they're kind of like transparent? So I'm ready to throw the carrots in there. And then the salt and all of those stuff. Alright, now you see I put the carrots in there. I'm going to mix them in. And this is the point where usually I might need more olive oil, because now that I put the carrots in, it starts absorbing olive oil as well. Alright, Scott, now look. 1, see that little pile of salt? 2, another little pile of salt, and 3, another little pile of salt. I just put that in there. I kind of measured it with my palm. Looked like about, it's like just less than a teaspoon. There's basil. Usually put a lot of basil in there. Remember, 3 cans of tomatoes, so. A little more. Okay. It's a good start. Alright, now get your oregano. Okay. Almost as much. Yeah, maybe just as much. Yeah. Okay. Swish that around in there. In the meantime, that's boiling. Cold pasta changes the temperature of the water. That's why it stops boiling. I'll put that like at 11 minutes. And you gotta stir it every once in a while. You don't want it all to stick together. Okay, I just took the lids off the sauce. Now what I like to do is, after I lids, I use the safe can opener. This is a safe can opener. Doesn't leave a sharp edge. Anyway, that's a whole other story. But I like to go around the edge with a paper towel. Now those are clean, so when I pour it out, no metal filings and stuff get in. I'll take these tomatoes, I'll put them in there. You notice it has carrot residue in there? Well, that's not going to get wasted because I'm going to put that sauce in there, those tomatoes in there, grind it up, and put them in there. I ground up those tomatoes and I put them in here. You see all that oil? I didn't even mix it yet. Now here's the crushed tomatoes. This is actually a sloppy way to do it because it's sputtering. I usually put a spatula under it, pour it on the spatula. Mix all that good stuff on the bottom into the sauce. You can turn the heat up too. Turn the flame up. That's what you want to see. Usually I put the sauce in here first, but I put the pasta in here first just because I had to get it out of its boiling hot state. Anyway, I cut up the mozzarella, that brick. I don't know if I showed it to you. And if you notice, some are cubed. These cubes are going to go in there, and I'm going to mix them all around. Mix them all around. I'm going to put the sauce in there, mix it all around. I'm going to get some grated Parmesan cheese and put it in there, mix it in. This is, how much? 15 ounces. Maybe I'll put half of that in there. Mix it in, mix it in. Take a nice hunk of that. Put it in there. Nice and chunky, it's got some sauciness to it. Okay. Now that that's all mixed up, I start putting in the cheese. May not look pretty, but once this all melts together, it'll look beautiful. At least to me it'll look beautiful. Okay, that looks a little better. I like it brown. As you see, this little toaster oven doesn't cook very evenly, or else this would have been brown too. But pretty much this is it. Anyway, that's it, Scott. Have a good night. See you later, brother.